Next up, at UFC 318, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Paulo Costa taking on Ramon. And I know it's Ramon Kopylov. Paulo Costa, 14-4 in his career, only 1-4 in his last 5. He is coming off that very boring fight with Sean Strickland, taking on Roman. Kopylov, 14-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that very late finish win over Chris Curtis that Jacob and I witnessed live and in person. This fight was supposed to happen at 317, and they moved it. They just moved it. I don't think anybody was hurt, or if they were, it wasn't public. They just moved this fight card, or this fight, to this card. And this is a very good co-main event that matters quite a bit. Paulo Costa is a good fighter, and between the two of them, he's probably the more well-rounded fighter. First of all, I think he's the best-looking guy on this card. I think he is better looking than the Versace model we broke down earlier. Second of all, Paulo Costa is a guy that will stand there and slug it out. He is not afraid to hit. He is not afraid to get hit. He's a guy that can knock you out on the feet, but he also has very good jiu-jitsu. He's big, he's strong, he's got good wrestling. And despite him getting tired, which he does do, he continues to move forward, continues to try to make it happen. He almost knocked out Robert Whittaker just 2 fights ago. Fuck! The problem is he's coming off the very underwhelming decision loss to Sean Strickland, where they just allowed each other to be in a staring contest. He's a high-volume guy that will get after it, but he is far less consistent or active as you would like. He's taking on striker Roman Kopylov. Roman Kopylov is a tried and true striker. He's a professional kickboxer that moved over to MMA. He picks his shots really well. He'll settle in and weave together combinations. His UFC record is 6-3, and those 3 losses are only to people that were able to take him down consistently. Everybody else, he's smoked. He has an 87% takedown defense. He probably doesn't need it in this fight, despite the fact that Paulo Costa is a better grappler. Paulo Costa is a better wrestler. Paulo Costa is the better MMA fighter in this matchup. But
why do you say Paulo?
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 I don't think it's Paulo. It's not Paul. Oh, it's Paulo.
Lily is what it is.
It's Paulo. P-O-W-O. Paulo. Anyway, Paulo.
Jacob, don't cry, you weird little fuck.
Can I make this person the number 1 guy in the
Who's the number 1 fan now?
I think it's been, what's his name? He super chatted like a motherfucker.
He shut him down. Everyone gave up. Durex gave up. Fargo's gave up. Joffer's number 4. Stay in my zone's number 5. Unallowed number 6. Anatu Burr number 7.
Listen, Paulo Costa is the better fighter. He's just the better fighter across the board.
Bet Sam's 48.
What a pussy. He's a better striker everywhere, the better overall fighter except striking. And you would think that somebody would come into this game plan and say, you know what? I'm the better wrestler, so let me just wrestle. I'm bigger. I'm stronger. I have more MMA experience. Let me use all that. But he's not going to. He's going to come in here. He's going to slug it out. They're going to be swinging like crazy. It's going to be a fun fight. It's not going to be a very smart fight. And because of that, Paulo Costa is going to lose. Roman Kopylov is going to be the pick because he's just the better striker and what I expect to be mostly striking. But if Paulo comes in here looking like a Nurmagomedov, then great for him. It is better for the UFC if Paulo wins this fight. He's a marketable guy. He's fun on social media. All his fights are exciting outside of Sean Strickland. But I just don't see it happening because he is going to be exciting. And this is not a fight where exciting is going to help him. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit biased here because Paulo is a former lock of the week. I had him as my lock of the week against Robert Whittaker and fucking the wheel kick landed. The wheel kick landed, and then he didn't quite follow it up the way I wish he would have. End of the round, he ends up losing that fight by not doing enough. He comes in against Sean Strickland, loses that by basically just not doing enough. Marvin Vettori fights almost kind of the same way, and he's talked this week, and he seems pretty fired up. And maybe I'm just buying into the hype or whatever. My pick is going to be Kopylov. He's a better striker. His finishing ability is really kind of unreal. Even that Caesar fight or Caesar whatever, he fucking sat that guy's got a fucking concrete fucking head, and he fucking sat him down like it wasn't shit with like a clean fucking right hand. He is accurate. When he fucking throws, he throws with intent. And I know that Paulo's a fucking durable guy, but I think that if anybody's going to put him out cold, it could be a guy like Roman. But Paulo is also a guy that has shown durability, and if he can extend the fight, Paulo is a guy that has also shown very good cardio, either 5 or 15 minutes, whatever it needs to be. He can go 3 rounds, and he can start building into the second or third round, where Kopylov, a lot of times we see him fading in the second or third round. So this fight could get very interesting. I initially looked at it like everyone looked at it. They saw the matchup, and they're like, oh, Kopylov wins. He's a better striker. That's all it comes down to. But Paulo talking about being that aggressive style, if he can keep the pressure and the aggression and stay durable enough to extend this fight, he can start taking over this fucking fight. He is more than capable. I know he's got some losses and stuff, but he's fighting durable people in their own right. Robert Whittaker, he almost clean. Sean Strickland's durable. Luke Rockhold, that was that elevation. It turned into a fucking sloppy fight. But then you got Marvin Vettori and Izzy when Izzy was like the dominant champion too. So he's fighting good people. He says he's going to bring in the oldie, racer style, go for the finish. If he can just keep the pressure on this guy and not get knocked out in the first round, I'm telling you what, I have money on Kopylov. I think we're all going to be sweating those second and third rounds. Kopylov fucking starts fading. He's a tough dude. I mean, he's a fucking tough dude, but this fight could get fucking... This has like a fucking split almost written all over it, in my opinion, but Kopylov is my pick.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be Paulo. Somebody commented saying Paulo has shown he has no dog in him. That's crazy. We've seen dog in him. Like, that's a crazy... Go watch the Luke Rockhold fight. Sloppy as fuck, but like, Paulo's got dog in him. Obviously, if you go watch...
just the Izzy
he got
one,
drunk.
Yeah,
he literally was hungover. He drank a
I'm
bottle
wrong.
because it's outlandish to cut that kind of weight and then rehydrate with wine. Are you fucking stupid?
Ilya did.
The answer
He's
is
a world
yes.
champion.
Ilya didn't drink a whole bottle.
Yeah, he did. What are you laughing at? He literally did. His nutritionist said, slam a bottle. It'll dehydrate you. It'll make weight. You're good to go.
Oh, he drank it before, not after.
That's what Paulo was doing it too.
No, he hydrated with the wine. It was after he made weight.
No, it was when he was cutting weight. He said he couldn't sleep, so he drank wine to sleep.
Oh, I thought it was after. I thought it was sleep the night before the fights.
I think it was he couldn't sleep because he was cutting weight, so he's like, I'm going to drink wine to cut weight, and then he couldn't really rehydrate right afterwards because he was dehydrated from the wine.
Yeah, you feel like fucking shit. It's crazy. Either way, this should be a fun fight. I don't quite think Roman's going to be worth the money because I don't think he's going to find a finish. Now, if you are on that Paulo Costa side and you think he will work in some grappling and use that size and his physicality and can have success, then he could be worth it. Even that Robert Whittaker fight, he scored like 60-something points in a loss, something like that. I'm not remembering the exact number correctly. So there may be something here to using Paulo Costa in a lineup or two. Depending on how this card goes, you might need a loser in your card. If you go look at the UFC 317 card, the perfect lineup you could have built with DraftKings Fantasy, there was a loser in that lineup because that's just how these things work. I think
there's a finish, man. I just think there's a finish. I think Paulo's going to bring the pressure, and either Roman's going to fucking knock him out because he hurts everybody. And he's really good at those, like, okay, you're bringing pressure, and then he just fucking sits on a right hand that it's like, holy shit, that was fucking fast. And if he doesn't knock him out, I think Paulo just keeps bringing that pressure and wears him down and finds a finish too. I think there's a finish.
It could be, and Paulo was twitchy as hell at that press conference. It was kind of a bizarre scene, but if you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool that we have, not only for this fight and not only for this card, but for an entire month, just go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. You'll unlock UFC 318, UFC Abu Dhabi, and the 2 fight nights after that.